Welcome to a CSE IT Drupal Lite demonstration. Today I'm going to show you how to add people to your site for their various roles and permissions for editing the site. The first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to log into your site. That is your site name /login. You may, if you have already logged in before, it may just bring you straight to the site. If not, you may go through the U of M login page, typical for most U of M logins. You put in your X500 and your password. The next thing you want to do is you'll want to click on Manage, and you'll see a lot of options up here, but the one we're concerned about today is People. You'll hover on People, and then you'll click Add User. That'll bring up the Add User page, and for the most part, you'll just be going down through these fields, but there are a few parts that I'll want to clarify for you. So the first thing is, for the new user that you are adding, you would put in their email address, and today I will be adding our CSEIT Drupal account. So put in the address, then we'll use the username. This will be the X500 of the user you are giving permission to edit your site. And then you'll put in a password. Now this password is only going to be used this time, and it doesn't need to be the password that the user uses to log into your site, because they will be going through the X500 authentication. So this is the only time this password will be used, and it's just to create the user profile. So you can choose any password you like. You just have to make sure they're matching, like every other. The next thing is you'll just want to check the status, and you'll want the status to be active. That's selected by default. And then you'll need to decide what kind of role you want to give this new editor. There's a few different ones, and the roles don't overlap, so if the more roles you give an editor, the more options they have to edit your site. So the first one you'd be concerned about is a contributor. This role is about creating and managing content and configuring layouts. This is kind of the bare bones editor option. Like I would assume if you have a student worker, this is the kind of role that you'd give them. Now, if you want the editor to be able to manage content types and paragraph types and URL aliases and the taxonomy on the site, you also want to give them the content type manager role. Now, if the user is very proficient in Drupal Lite, you'll want to also give them the advanced site builder role. This allows the user to administer blocks, views, media types, image styles, and link it profiles. So for the typical editor, I don't really see them needing this access. This is for some pretty advanced Drupal stuff. And then the other two are Access Manager. So if you want to give the new editor the ability to do what we're doing right now, you would give them the Access Manager role. And if you want to give the new user site ownership, they'll be able to see site reports, administer contents of all types, and change site configuration. They'll be all powerful in the world of Drupal Lite. Now, the next thing is you want to make sure that this notify user of new account is unchecked. It'll just send a confusing email to the new user. You want to make sure that this option enable this user to leverage SAML or SAML authentication is checked, because that's what gives the user the ability to log in using their U of M X500 option. And then you can keep all these options, and we'll just create a new account. And there it is. This is what you'll see to confirm that the account was created. From here, you'll probably want to email the new user that they now have access to your website and they can begin editing. Thank you. So concludes this demonstration.